As each senior experiences an important rite of passage this week, she may look around and wonder where a certain classmate might be 20 years from now. She might ask herself, will the young woman sitting next to me anticipate the adult of the future? The Karen Tobey, who graduated from Medford High School in 1965, possessed a multitude of talents familiar to most of us here. She excelled academically, landed the lead role in the school musical, and earned the titles Miss Oregon Junior Miss and Teen Governor of the state of Oregon. Toting 2 degrees from Stanford University in history and counseling, Karen would eventually make her way to Castilleja. For the Tobeys, Castilleja would become a family affair. Husband Tom taught psychology here, and future Casti grads Rachel and Kirsten Tobey were the new babies on campus during the first years of Karen's teaching career. In fact, Mrs. Tobey was sitting in what used to be the residence lounge just to the right of most of you when she went into labor with Kirsten. But soon the young family was off to the Colorado Rockies and a private school headship for husband Tom. When the Tobeys moved back to Palo Alto in 1979, Karen launched Castilleja Phase 2. It was the 1980s under head Don Westmoreland, and Casti faculty members were expected to serve in multiple capacities. No questions asked. Not much room for negotiation in the good old days. Thus, versatile and immensely competent Karen Tobey found herself teaching 6 different history classes, psychology, and even math. Mrs. Tobey confesses that she did every single Algebra 1 homework problem in fear of the students. The students claimed mathematics had never been so clear. Her abilities earned her new titles: Dean of Student Life, Resident Counselor, College Counselor, Head of the History Department, and even Director of the infamous Christmas pageant. Behind this endless virtuosity stood a dedicated and imaginative teacher, a superb organizer, and a meticulous planner. You students recognized Mrs. Tobey along the way with an Outstanding Teacher Award, 2 yearbook dedications, and other honors. Just last year, an alumna panel member, when asked what she remembered most about Castilleja, broke into the Smile in Your Pocket song, one of several Karen had taught to scores of 7th graders, along with the Chinese Dynasty song. But it was and is the community service program that must rank as Karen's crowning jewel, the expression of her passion for service, and now an invaluable legacy for all of us. Developed during her sabbatical year and supported by a rare unanimous vote from the faculty, the new required program was accompanied by the publication of what would become the gold standard for schools in this area, her handbook, Reach Out, a Guide to Youth Community Service. Most importantly, for the next 2 decades, Karen exhorted students to embrace service and often influence the direction their own futures would take. Not only did she inspire us, but to use Lincoln's words, she put us in touch with, quote, the better angels of our nature. Yes, Karen, you made us look good. The array of community service awards and plaques lighting the library wall speak about all of you, too. Together, under Karen's leadership, you raised $17,000 from Arts with a Heart one year to build a well in Africa, $30,000 in the centennial year for Room to Read scholarships, and collected an amazing 10,000 books for underserved students in the Bay Area. Under Mrs. Tobey's guidance, you have spent thousands of hours in our greater neighborhood serving others from Beechwood School to EPACs to battered women. When Mrs. Tobey embraced service learning, you traveled with her to Mexico, Brazil, and Africa, and you took Castilleja's name with you too. In Karen's own words, quote, it's all about planting seeds and watching them grow. This act has made my years here seem more than worthwhile. So what will this woman of towering accomplishment do when she leaves Castilleja? She'll travel and explore the world with husband Tom. She'll cherish her granddaughters, Alita and Karina, and I predict find another institution or organization to serve splendidly. As we say goodbye to her today, I'd like to close with some student words from the 1996 paintbrush. Mrs. Tobey, you believe in what you do, and you do what you believe. You have educated us in the classroom and opened our eyes to the world beyond the carved doors. You have taught us to believe in ourselves and shown us by example that we can truly make a difference. You dedicate your heart and soul to others, and the effect of your work will last a lifetime. You are an inspiration to the school and in every life you touch. We bid you a fond farewell, Karen, and thank you for teaching us that living to serve is the best way to live.
Join us on stage in her chair.